I'm sorry for drinking, but drinking's what I do. That shit resolves all the pain, so this is what I'll do.
So a lot has been going on with Josh in the past week since the last time I talked about him. Previously on the Adventures of World of T-Shirts, we got to see Josh come back from Punta Cana and the Dominican Republic, and he had some sort of skin scarlet rot infection that he had to go to the doctors for. It looked like it's mostly gotten resolved. Then he went to San Francisco, and he basically did exactly what he does in New York City, but just in San Francisco. So he just drank the whole time. I mean, there were some funny tidbits here and there. Mostly he was there for basically 6 days and he wore the same outfit every single day. Absolutely revolting. I mean, he's just flexing the Supreme shirt on the haters. So I guess me being a brokey, maybe I just don't get the clout. I don't understand it. That little clip at the end where the family's biking on the Golden Gate Bridge and he just is in the bike lane, just doesn't get out of the way. The dad's pissed off. Get the hell out of the way. It's great. So now Josh is going on another vacation and he's going to the Bermuda, I guess. And it's funny because in the past he talked about how, oh, I've only gone to 7 different countries. That's nothing. I live paycheck to paycheck, and he's gone on 3 vacations in a month. Absolutely bizarre. Now, the premise of this video, and what I probably am titling it after, is Josh pulling his pud out and peeing into a Beatbox, which is a mixed drink carton thing on the New York Transit. Now, that outfit he's wearing, the Supreme shirt and the cargo shorts, that whole shebang, that's the same outfit he was wearing the whole time in San Francisco. This happened on August 28th. So it was basically as soon as he got back, he got drunk and on the train started to piss into a bottle.
Best goddamn movie I've ever seen in my life. Oh, dude hangs dumb.
Now, I actually did some preliminary research, and this is not the first time that Josh's pud, his dong, has made an appearance. He's just laying out for the world to see.
I literally have to pee right now. I'm taking a piss in the park. I hope no one saw me.
Somebody on Reddit has documented it all the other numerous times. Now, some of the other ones, I've did some very, very scrupulous, just going into the details, examining, zooming in, zooming out, getting my magnifying glass out. And the majority of them are just, oh, he's peeing in public, you don't really see anything. This one, on the other hand, he is literally facing the public as he's just letting that bad boy go. So I want to cover some things that we missed. The first one's going to be a clip from Josh's TikTok, and then we're going to go over Mr. Bass kind of going insane. He's kind of losing his mind. So that's the whole deal. If you came for Josh's pud, you can go onto my Twitter to see the uncensored version, because to my understanding on TikTok, I think it is blocked or got banned or something. So who knows? If you want to see it, there is no dong shaming on my Twitter account. Don't say dong shaming things. We're against that. So we're gonna go over some extraneous things that I haven't talked about previously with Josh, and then we'll get out of here. All right, let's do it.
So I was recently approved for the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card, and they automatically approved me for a Chase credit card. I mean, my first credit card was the Capital One Platinum unsecured. But since I've been banking with Chase for so long, I got approved for one of their credit cards. So now I can get 1% cash back on everyday purchases, 3% on dining, and 3% on travel.
This is the worst outcome that we could possibly have. Josh obviously is somebody that should not be associated with credit cards. I just can't imagine the amount of debt he would accrue on his credit cards. It just is mind-boggling to think about. I don't want that to come across my brain. It's also, you know, the people at Chase Bank they're rubbing their hands together, watching Josh's TikToks and say, yeah, let's not even review what his credit score is. Let's just approve him, because you know, it's like there's the vicious cycle. A lot of people, if you don't understand how a credit card works, well, basically the basics of it are they'll give you some perks, and they're banking on the fact that they give you these perks and you don't pay off your full bill exactly, so you accrue interest over time. That's how they make money, right? And somebody like Josh is an A+ slam doink for the Chase company. And I wanted to include this as well because just recently there was this whole scam that went down with Chase Bank. And it was basically, I guess, people found out that if you wrote a check and deposited it in your name, it would deposit it without certifying the check, right? It like puts the pending, the temporary money. Then they would go to the ATM and withdraw that money. Well, these people, these geniuses, you know, scientists and everything, this is just check fraud. It's a thing that's existed. Catch Me If You Can is a similar scenario, but these are checks in your own name that you're going to your own bank that have your address and your social security and your name, all that thing. So basically, there's a bunch of people that thought that they found some loophole, some GTA Online infinite money glitch at Chase Bank. And now they're getting they're opening their bank account now, and they're negative $40,000 in the hole. Because why in the world would they just be like, oh man, they found a way to get some extra money out of it, we're just gonna let that slide. So I thought it was funny, and I thought it was worthwhile to include here. So we're gonna go over Mr. Based, man. He hasn't streamed in like a week. This man is desperate for money, and since Josh hasn't really been associating with him recently, he's just kind of gone insane, and he's also gone silent. He just hasn't posted anything. I mentioned previously that he was starting to delete his streams immediately after, and I was like, what the hell, man? How am I just have to watch your crappy re-upload edited parts? That sucks. It's like watching a saturated video. Nice. So yeah, he's gone a little bit wackadoo.
Where they're trying to kill the character known as Blueberry Parfait. What are we going to roll out with? How do we buy this case?
So basically, Mr. Based about a week ago was doing a 24-hour series of 24-hour live streams that were just recording him sleeping, him waking up, going to get drunk, dressing up in blue hair. He called himself like Blue Parfait or something. Absolute, like, put him into a nursing home at this point. And I'm always curious, and I'm trying to think about how he has come across all this random garbage memorabilia he has inside of his apartment. And I wonder if in one way or another, in case you didn't know, Mr. Bass used to be a pimp. Is there some way that any of this stuff could have been used, like the costumes and the hairs and things like that? I don't know. Maybe he's reusing, he's recycling from the past. But I have to love that little quip at the end where he's getting ready. He's got his beautiful outfit on, and he's gonna go strut the streets. He's gonna go allegedly commit a crime somewhere, and he's like, somebody needs to send a text-to-speech donation that plays a song, otherwise, how am I going to be able to go out in style? The e-begging that goes on during the stream is pretty astronomical. I know I've mentioned it previously, especially whenever Josh comes around, he's desperate to have Josh shout him out. He's desperate to put bots into the chat and, inflate his viewer count. It's really embarrassing for like a 55, 60-year-old man to be doing this. It's hard to watch.
Oh, sorry.
So it just absolutely pisses off the Asian worker at the bodega that he went to, just blaring music out of control, and he's probably picked that up. He also bought Twisted Tea from here, so he's picked up playing music loud in public and buying and drinking Twisted Teas from Josh. I also kind of think that when he bought the Twisted Teas, I'm like, oh, is this like a bargaining chip? Is this how he's gonna draw Josh? It's like sending out the bat signal above. I remember I saw a TikTok a while ago that somebody was talking about how they went on a tour with Josh, and Josh really didn't have any interesting information except for what like bodegas / convenience stores when they were restocking Twisted Teas, which is just like insane. Imagine reaching the point in your life that you're so far gone that you're keeping track. Oh yeah, this drink shipment's coming in then, otherwise I'll have to go up to 9th Street to get it over here. That's just crazy, man.
It's just me, don't be scared.
I was scared. I know you guys in chat were definitely scared. This was giving off like Creep vibes. If you've never seen that movie, I highly recommend it. The first and the second one I think are both very good. This is the content that Mr. Bass is left with when he doesn't have Josh coming in to rake in some dineros, some donations flying into his face. He's stuck here putting on costumes, making animal noises, dancing to music. It's just, oh boy, and obviously, like, I don't even really know what the outcome was of the whole Keemstar turning yourself in thing. I haven't really seen any updated information from that. I know that he mentioned that he was going to turn himself in. It's been a week, and both his TikTok and YouTube, he hasn't posted anything. So, like, I don't know. Is there actually some shenanigans going down? Who really knows? I guess. And Josh, obviously, is living in his own little world, so we're not going to get an update directly from him. We just sort of have to piece the pieces together ourselves, and it's a difficult timeline to put together.
And your apartment smells like weed.
All right, that's it. If that stays happening for $5, we're not doing that anymore. Really small money, you know? They won't do it for bigger money. I'm vulnerable at a low cost.
He just can't take the hate. He just can't. This is not the King of Hate. This is not the DSP documentary. It's not. It's Mr. Bass being upset because somebody sent $5 and called him a bald-headed weenie, a Weenie Hunt Jr. He just can't take that. That's just too much, guys. It has to be on the back of a $10 bill, pimp, or he ain't playing.
For caviar.
On your own?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. I went to Russ and Daughters, but the restaurant.
Did you have champagne?
Yeah.
Did you feel like a king?
Yeah.
You eat the whole thing?
Yeah, I love caviar. It's so good.
Right?
Yeah.
I got an idea, bro. Why don't you become the world's greatest caviar? You know when you rated boba tea and coffee?
Yeah.
Why don't you rate caviar everywhere?
Okay.
So once again, I just want to reiterate, this clip is from a week ago. This is not a recent Josh development. it is funny because Mr. Bass is trying to leech off of this idea that he's going to build Josh into this great caviar, I don't know, review man. He's too far gone. What the fans are tuning in for are the comment section. At least that's why I look at Josh's TikTok nowadays. I think the people commenting are funnier than whatever's going on in Josh's life. Because obviously, you kind of have to laugh through how uncomfortable Josh's TikTok makes you. Because you're like, ah, man, this is, the captain's lights are turning out. He doesn't see the lighthouse ahead. It's darkness. That's the future. And you just kind of have to laugh at some of the comments. And the last thing I want to say is, I don't know what's going on with Josh's hair in this particular clip. It looks like he has like a matted chunk in the front part of his hair. Absolutely ridiculous. Either way, it's a kind of minor update for Mr. Bass and Josh. I thought it was prevalent to bring up the hanging dong in the New York Transit, because I did tweet and I said it was sad. It is sad. But it's also like, it's the sad thing where you kind of have to turn to your side and chuckle for a second. And then you get hit with reality and you're like, oh, actually, if you put this in context, yikes. So that's the Beatbox incident. I hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Feel good? Can I give you a breathalyzer if you miss your phone?